Just been up for a beautiful camp. Been here for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so 4 days. Had rain the first day. What I'd like to talk about is the Z9 camera. You can hear the bowerbirds are here. We've got some great footy. This is the male one just up there now. It's probably not working. Okay, we're going to do a talk on the Z9 camera. I've had it through 4 months, and at the moment I'm charging the battery, so I've been using auto capture. The firmware on this one now is 5. It was 4, but the auto capture is a game changer as far as this camera, Mirrorless Z9. If it was the pros, well, you'll actually capture things you don't have to be with the camera. Virtually set the camera and go. You can do 8. Well, I've been using the camera on 4K 120 frames per second for video, and I've done a few photos too, which I'll show you later how good it is on auto capture. As I said, the Z9, I'm filming on the D850, which is a brilliant camera in its own right. If you're a videographer, not so. A photographer, the D850 is brilliant. It does great images, captures great images, but for filming, not so. Whereas the Mirrorless Z9, with the brilliance of the auto capture, auto focusing, tracking, and whatever you want to set it on, is brilliant. More luminance in the mirrors because you haven't got a shutter anymore. I find the detail in the images better with the mirrorless, just a tad. As I said, they're doing quite well. You can change it up if you want to do JPEGs or whatever. There's plenty on YouTube that you can go into without me going. I'm just telling you how brilliant this camera is. As far as Sony or Canon or any of the others, well, they're all probably pretty good, but I'm pleasantly surprised with the brilliance of this camera. I'm still using F-mount lenses with an adapter here, and the autofocus tracking is still brilliant with those. I think if you're really a designated photographer that wants the best of the best, you're probably better off to go to the S lenses, which I believe, I haven't got one, but I'm about to purchase one. I'll probably go for maybe a 24 to 70 lens, more than a telephoto or a zoom lens type lens. With this is the 70 to 200 I got on here, which is the very first one they sort of brought out. Still works marvellous with the Z9, whereas I'm at the moment I'm filming on the D850 with a Tamron 15 to 30 2.8 f2.8 lens. When actually photographing and that, you can't kill the battery on this thing here. I've taken the battery out. I'm on charge at the moment because I've been doing auto capture, where I'll show you where I've been getting the bowerbirds, and hopefully later I'll get enough time. I know where there is an Azura kingfisher, and I want to try the auto capture on that to see how that turns out. If I got time. I'm in the Alpine National Park at the moment. I've had Lyndon and Chris here. They just left about an hour ago, and yeah, they've got a long drive home to Melbourne, so we just chilled out. We had rain the first couple of days and a bit of rain overnight, but today's brilliant. I've just trying to charge up my lithium batteries at the moment, and that's the reason I can do this type of photography here, because I've got lithium and I can charge with solar, and that I can charge up my drone and my cameras. The D850, I've already run this out a couple of times doing auto capture. That's the thing. If you're into auto capture, make sure you either buy a spare battery, another spare battery. They're quite large. We won't run it out for just normal photography and even a little bit of videography, but auto capture seems to really burn into them. Got some beautiful, just down below, on my left here's the Wellington River, and a few birds just flipping around, and wattles is just starting to come out, which is brilliant. We just had a great camp for the last 4 days, and the boys didn't want to go home, but they've got work to go to. I'm retired, so I'm just going to pack up now and head home. And have a look at the auto capture stuff that I've done, and hopefully if I get time I'll try and do some auto capture on the Zero Kingfisher. But other than that, I just love this camera. The technology that goes into it, I'm still learning more on it. I only started using the auto capture 2 days ago, and just in pros and cons of it, the way you set it. With the F-mount lenses, there may be a little bit of differences in setting it up with the distances and availability to capture motion and detect motion. I have no problem here. As I said, you'll see the footage that I've done with the bowerbirds just over on the left-hand side. And for the last 4 days, I've been camping in the MDC Ford Explorer. I love it, but I'm just about ready to update on this thing here. It's brilliant, but can't get the wife away with me. So it's great for what we're doing here. If you want to go up in the snow or whatever, diesel heater. We've had the diesel heater running after dark. It's got quite cold here, just fresh, not really cold like frosts and that, but got quite fresh. So we're running for the last 4 days. I've been running diesel, and I've only gone through half a tank of diesel like a 10-litre diesel thing on it. But yeah, the boys slept underneath there in their swags. We had put the awning, which I've got down now. And as I said, we cleaned this area up completely. There was a campfire just to the left of me, and rocks everywhere. So we've cleaned it all up, and I've got a little fire. I'll put it out as soon as I'm ready to leave. But just a mound of ashes. I'll spread it out, and I'll leave some wood for the next camper. Hopefully they'll get the message. You don't need the rocks around the fire. Yeah, I can hear a vehicle going past now. Hilux, and I've got the charging up the lithium the battery on this at the moment. You can see it out. Quite a big battery. As I said, I've been filming since I could hold a camera and photographing, even back to the box brownies days, film days. Now we're into the technology with digital, and does massive images. As I said, the thing is, as far as a phone, give you in layman's terms, like one photo out of here is like putting 10 iPhone images together. That's how, with the crop factor, it's so brilliant. The detail in the images, if you know how to do it. I still like to use it on manual. It's no point having something so good a camera without having the knowledge on exposures, ISO, shutter speeds, to get that desired effect with your camera. And yes, it'll do the job. This, yeah, it's just as I say, got to go home, but I could stay at least another week I'd love to stay another week, but yeah. If you want to do a bit of fishing, there's a beautiful stream down here. If you want to do a bit of deer hunting, all the stuff's here for you. You live off the land easy. Yeah, I could stay easy another week. But yeah, that's my thoughts so far on it. I'll give you an update on what it is. Hopefully, I'll get an S lens. This is the old F-mount lens with the adapter. Yeah, there's a little bit more weight where you'll with the S-mount lenses will go straight onto the bayonet fitting, and we'll see what happens from there. Holding, I find it really good in the hand. Some people might say it's heavy. You're not going to please everyone, whether you've got a Sony, a Canon or a Nikon. You're always going to find the pros and cons of any camera, but I've had Nikon, I've had Nikon for 20 years or more. I did start with videos. I've had Sony, I've had Canon. They were quite good. And when I got to Nikon, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And anyone that follows my Facebook, you'll probably see some of the images I've taken early days with the D810, the D850, and even goes back, one I had earlier than that was the D3200 with kit lenses, you know, when I first go, when digital first come out. But keeping up with it, the advances in photography, it's unreal. And the other thing is, if you're going to get serious about your photography, learn about editing and rendering your images and what you capture, because through Photoshop, Capture One, there's a lot, Topaz is another one. If you don't know, I thoroughly say to just go and get educated on how to use the software, and as I say, what you can do with this type of camera is in RAW is unbelievable. You know, I don't worry about ISO that much now. You can see a little bit once you crop it up, but it's brilliant. And yeah, works fine with the old lenses. I don't really want to. I love this lens. It's great for doing weddings, portrait, and then I've got the 500 there, which I'll use. Which I hardly used this trip. Took a few photos, but as I said, we set up over here more or less to do auto capture to see how it worked, and I'm still learning a little bit about it. I'm still learning the functionalities, but I'm halfway there now, and once I perfect that, well then, yeah, you don't even have to be with your camera to get brilliant photos. It just sensors are whatever you want, just set and forget virtually. Anyhow, it's time to move, pack up and go, and hope you enjoy this video presentation on the Z9, the Nikon Z9 camera. Yes, using the old F-mount lenses with the adapter. Stay tuned to when I get a new S-mount S lens and see how. Then I'll give you a review on what it's like. As I say, look, that's heavier than my 500. I can hold that really good. We'll just go over here and see how much charge. It was down to one charge. I couldn't kill the battery at first.